Hi everyone, welcome back to the session. I hope you all are doing good, bache. So I welcome you in this particular video where again we are going to decode one important report. So in this particular report we are going to decode it, but what is the perspective, what is the main topic of this particular report, on what exact topic it is based on. So we are going to talk about energy transition. Okay, so this is as simple as that. We have talked a lot many times in our PIB sessions in the separate videos as well, that when it comes on to transition of energy itself, so that means that you are transitioning energy which was previously based on the consumption of fossil fuels maybe, but now you are getting transitioned in the clean energy. So this is what the transition means. It means that previous method, we are not going to go with the previous method, rather we are going to shift our focus towards the clean energy, the adoption of that. Now, if I talk about any of the initiatives which have been taken by the government of India, so we have PM Surya Ghar, Muft Bijli Yojana. That is what? That is one of the initiatives which have been taken by the government of India specifically to transform the system. Okay, previously, and in most of the parts still we rely on the grid electric system that is there, but now we want to transition ourselves. Transition as in now we want to use solar energy, that is clean energy, and we want to shift our focus there. So that means your energy transition. Okay, so this is a particular report that we have in front of us which refers to what beta? Fostering effective energy transition 2025. Now, who is the one who releases it? So this is in front of you, that this is this is published by World Economic Forum, but with partnership with someone, which was beta in collaboration with Accenture. Okay, so this is what you people have to remember. If a question is asked, then they may kind of confuse you in this particular part, so you people have to remember it. Okay. Now, if you see that what we are going to analyze, so in this particular report, so I've already told you, we will see the data which was entirely related to the energy transition, but that too at a global perspective. And transition of energy is not solely based on the achievement of maybe major goals, as in we have net zero 2070, we have sustainable development goals. This is not just about the achievement of those goals, rather how we are utilizing it in each and every area, maybe towards infrastructure, maybe when it comes on to education, even when it comes on to healthcare sector. So energy is getting used everywhere. Each and every sector is utilizing energy, right? But in each and every sector, how we are transitioning it, how much of transition has been done, this is what we are going to analyze in this particular report. So the vision of telling you about this was that this is, this doesn't have a narrow perspective, rather it is wider, and rather it is, this is a particular report which is an expanded way. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you, that we will not stick towards the data as well as towards the achievement of major goals only. No, we will analyze each and every situation as in what kind of infrastructure it is, it suits best. Now, firstly, beta, we will analyze the data of 2024. Then we will go on to 2025 part. We will cover the aspects related to it. We will cover each and every data mentioned there. Then we will see the situation of India as well as in the rank. Okay, we have in total countries, we will see that what is the rank of India, and we will see the rank of the neighboring countries as well. We will see the rank of China, we will see the rank of the other countries also. Okay, so this is how the pattern is going to be, this is how we are going to go with this particular video. Now, before that beta, this is one important news for all of you, all of those people, all of those aspirants who are aspiring to appear for RBI Grade B 2025. So this is one particular batch for all of you beta, even those individuals who are targeting 2026 also. So this is one of the special feature for all of you. What is the special feature? That in our previous courses we were making the content as in the notes available in the digital form only. You were not able to download it even. So most of the aspirants started complaining that, ma'am, approaching the notes is difficult for us. So we've made sure this thing, as in this time, that we have made an availability of physical goods, physical books for all of you people. So if you purchase this particular batch, you will be able to access our books also, which is specifically a phase 2. Okay. If you ask me about phase 1 beta, so that is there online. You can go and search about the Oliveboard's phase 1 book, that is in a comprehensive manner. That includes 4 of the disciplines there, and you will be able to access it. Okay, but this book, these books you can purchase only if you purchase the course for now, and phase 1 is available online as well. Okay, so now if I talk about the condition of 2024 beta, so I've already told you that when it comes on to 2024 about the energy transition, so this particular report says that we were good in 2024, a little good. Okay, so this shows that the global energy demand specifically increased in 2024. What is the percentage beta? So that is it increased by 2.2 percentage. Okay, and that was the fastest one. Why? Because now people are more towards the adoption, because people has seen, as in private institutes, private players are continuously watching in this thing, that government's interest is highly in this particular area. Okay, government is highly focusing towards the adoption of clean energy, and towards the going towards the the traditional form of energy that we have, using fossil fuels and maybe relying on grid electrification system. So that is there. Now we want to shift towards the clean energy. Now we want to shift our focus even in each and every area. It can be infrastructure, it can be education, it can be health, and it can be other areas as well. Now along with that, it also says that when it comes on to energy system specifically in 2024, it faced underlying prediction, vulnerabilities also, but that was across supply chains as well as markets. Okay, now why the reason that the people have given in this particular report, that why there was a surge of there was a surge by 2.2%, because people saw in this particular areas, in that particular year, there was a surge that was driven by rapid electrification. Okay, and the expansion of AI driven data centers also. These are few of the reasons, as in 2 factors which are behind the surge in the data itself. So this is what has been mentioned in this particular report. Also it says that although, now this is one of the feature, as in this is one of the bad things which have been written here. So this says that despite this expansion of renewables as well as improvement in the energy efficiency, energy related carbon dioxide especially hit a record high of 37.8 billion tons. So this is what you people have to remember. Now when it comes on to, we here talked about demand. Okay, there was a increase in demand, but it is also important that when there is an increase in demand, are we able to make it equivalent to the investment part or not? So here we are going to analyze it. So this shows that clean energy investment specifically reached to what beta? This is huge number, which is $2 trillion in 2024, and this has been doubled. Okay, if I compare it with the levels of 2020, so this is what has been shown, that there was an increase and the increase was double in nature. However, it also says that it remains well below the 5.6 trillion annual requirement through 2030, but we have to ensure that this was the number that we have achieved, although we are not able to reach to the goals as per now, but soon we will be able to reach out there as well. Now this also shows that the growth rate of energy investment, it has showed a little slowed, as in the investment part has been slowed significantly to 11%. So it has shown little decrease here, the growth rate. Okay, specifically the growth rate of clean energy investment. This is about the growth rate, and this is about the investment part, specifically the total investment that we got in 2024. But we also have to ensure that year on year growth is there or not. So growth has been declined, but when I talk about investment, so although we have $2 trillion of investment with us, we are not able to reach out to the goal, as in what was required was not exactly the numbers, but although this is the number, and the growth rate has also declined to 11%. So this is what is the condition of 2024. Now we will see the condition of 2025. Okay, so this says that the score here, okay, specifically the score has been risen here by 1.1% year on year, and that is more than the double the average pace of the past 3 years. So beta, specifically here we are talking about what beta? That is our ETI score specifically. Now, what are the dimensions of assessment specifically when it comes on to giving them scores? So, scores should be on basis of some, criteria that has been set. So, what are the criteria? What are the basis of the assessment? So, this shows that we have three of the components which are required here for specifically assessment. So, this shows beta we have first energy security, then we have energy equity as well as environment sustainability as well. So, we have three parts, okay, security, equity as well as the environment sustainability also. So, we have to analyze, we take into consideration each and every year, and accordingly we rank considering these many three components that we have. Okay, so the score is given on the basis of three components only. Now, when it comes on to transition readiness, so we have few of the factors behind it. So, beta one is that regulation and political commitment is important. If we have to ensure that we are, the transition, we are, getting ready for the transition, we are very sure about the transition. So, these are the many factors which are behind it, which makes this transition successful. So, we have one of the factor which was better regulation and political, commitment towards the achievement of particular goal. Along with that, we also have to ensure about the infrastructure as well as the innovation also. When it comes on to EVs, so this is one of the part of infrastructure only, so that we can move towards the clean energy. So, this is what is there. Along with that, human capital and education is what is required, investment in finance, along with the institution and governance also. Okay, now we are going to talk about the investment. We have already seen that there is an year-on-year growth by 1.1%, 1.2% specifically, it has been increased. But now we are going to analyze the situation based on the three components which we read was security, equity as well as the environmental sustainability. So, when I talk about equity itself, so this shows that it has registered the strongest rebound after specifically COVID-19 levels. Okay, this is what is there. Even if I talk about sustainability, so it has maintained a consistent upward trend due to increased clean energy use. Along with that, it also ensures that when it comes on to security, so we are stagnated here, okay, stagnated due to limited energy diversification beta. Along with that, high import dependency is what we have. And when it comes on to import dependencies, we can remember of one of the initiative as in one of the system which EU countries includes as in EU ETS, okay, EU CBAM specifically. And then we have inflexible power system in many of the countries which led to the decrease in the security of it. Now we have these colorful things. Wait. All right. So now we have these colorful circles in front of us, which will tell us the rank specifically. So, blue shows us the Latin America as well as Caribbean here. So, you can see, okay. So, here the bifurcation as well as scores have been given based on these three components only. So, when it comes on to Sweden, this has been given rank 1 beta, okay, this has been given rank 1 with a score of 77.5. When it comes on to Finland, this has been ranked 2nd with a score of 71.8. Then we have Denmark specifically with a score of 71.6. Then we have Norway with a score of 71.5. Then we have Switzerland with a score of 71. Now, remembering these 5 countries is also very enough from your examination perspective, and going towards each and everything as in going towards each and every country is not possible and is not important also, okay. But for a general understanding, we are just repeating it. That Austria has been ranked as 6th with a score of 70.6 beta. Latvia with a score of 69.4 has been ranked at 7th. Then we have Netherlands with a score of 69.2 has been ranked at 8th. And then we have Germany with a score of 68.8 has been ranked as 9th. And then we have Portugal with a score of 68.6 and the rank is, that 10th. Now, we have 118 countries in total, okay, 118 countries in total, okay. So, these many economies have taken part here. The first one was Sweden beta. Now, who is the worst performer? So, that is Democratic Republic of Congo. 118th position is there with a score of 42.4, okay. Then we have Botswana. Then we have, your Trinidad as well as, and Tobago, then we have Mongolia, Jamaica, then we have Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, Tanzania, then we have Senegal as well as Zambia also. Okay, so these are the worst performers, and you can see that the score ranges in the 4 line only, right? It is near to 40 something. Then when I talk about the transition readiness, so this shows that when it comes on to getting ready, transition, being, making ourselves, transition ready. So the growth has been decreased here. By what percentage, beta? That is slow to 0.8% year on year, which is a significant below the 10-year of trend. Okay, so this is what is the situation, and this indicates what, beta? That there is a growing mismatch between current achievements and the long-term capacity building also. If we have to ensure that we focus towards tomorrow, if we have to ensure that we focus towards achievement of future goals, it is also very important that we make sure that our growth pace, as in when it comes on to achievement of the growth year on year, that is also maintained, but what we see, that is decreasing somewhere or another. Okay, now considering the country level performance, so 65 countries, 65% of the countries have performed their ETI scores, and only 28 countries, 28% of the countries are the one who have achieved stimulus growth, and that too in the perspective of security, equity, as well as we have sustainability also, which shows that only few of the countries are there who have achieved their goals in 3 of the components, but rest of the countries are still not able to achieve. That shows us that there is somewhere or another volatility. Okay, there is somewhere or another mismatch that is there. So the growth is uneven in nature. Now we have top performer countries, but I have already told you that Sweden is the one, followed by Finland and Denmark. And who is the worst performer? That is the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay. Then when it comes on to the neighboring countries, specifically China, so it has been positioned at 12th, and then it also says about the United States specifically. So the rank here is 17th. In the coming slides, we'll talk about India also, but firstly it is important to analyze the situation of the other economies. Now when it comes on to regional trends, so again we have Europe, which is emerging Europe and emerging Asia also. They have shown the regional improvements in transition readiness. Specifically when it comes on to emerging Europe, so they have shown us improvement in the areas of infrastructure, as well as they have shown us improvement in the areas of education also. Then when I talk about emerging Asia, so the progress has been driven by investment one part, along with the regulatory improvements also. Then we have sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, so the progress has been supported by, first beta, we read this thing that if we want a transition, we read 5 things here, one of which was political commitment. So this also says that they are at a better position just because they have strong political commitment. Along with that, there is also increase in the financial flows also. Okay, so these are the many things that we have. But when it comes on to challenges and risk, which is associated here, as in with the energy transition specifically, so it includes 3 of the parts here. Okay, first is the climate change impacts, geopolitical disruption, as well as technological shifts also. So these are the common as well as known perspectives only. We know these many risks which are associated, and this is not the problem with, these are the factors, these are the problems which are not creating problem in this area only, as in transition of the energy. Rather, it is putting impact on each and every report, as in each and every sector also. Okay, when it comes on to employment, so energy, technological shift is putting its bad impact on that, on that area also. When it comes on to climate change, so they are putting impact in each and every area, as in while the achievement of sustainable development goals, geopolitical shift, tensions which are going on, this is this is stick like a chewing gum in each and every area. This is one of the problems that each and every area is focusing, as in is going through. So these are the 3 pressures that we have, and this leads to after effects. What are the after effects of it? You could have heard about reciprocal tariffs, right? So increasing trade tariffs is one of the problem again with it, because people have become focusing, people are focusing more, as in economies are focusing more towards the protectionist policies specifically, क्योंकि उनको ऐसे है कि हम protection, हम सिर्फ अपने area का ध्यान रख लें, we are not bothered of the other economies, but we have to focus towards our economy only. This is what is the focus. Along with that, the geopolitical disruptions, climate change, technological shifts are leading to supply chain vulnerabilities, or you can call them supply chain disruptions also. These are the problems. These are the major problems. Okay. Okay, then we have strategic priorities for building resilience beta. So first is we need to adopt and adapt the policy framework. Okay, and along with that you have to mention those five important factors which are very important when it comes on to effective transition, political commitment, okay, maybe financial security, maybe investment part. So these are the many things which you have to take care of. Then we have modernizing our energy infrastructure also. We have to ensure that we are investing in education in the other areas also if we want perfect transition, if we want to excel in this particular area. Along with that, we also need to accelerate the commercialization of clean technologies beta, that is another one. And we also need to enhance the capital investment in the developing economy so that they can highly contribute in this part. Okay, now we will analyze the overall performance. So I've already told you beta, when it comes on to growth rate, so there is an increase here as in the proper score, so it has improved by 1.1% in 2025. That is more than the double one. Okay, total countries are 118 and the system performance are based on three of the parts here. One is beta equity, okay, then in other we have security, as well as we have the sustainability part also. Okay, this is what we are done with. Along with that, it also shows that when it comes on to equity specifically, so there is an increase in it by 2.2%. There is an increase in the sustainability also by 1.2%. There is an increase in the security also by 0.4%, but this is one of the area which is highly impacted. Okay, this is highly impacted because of the rest of the factors which we have discussed in the previous slides. Then we have already talked about the transition part कि जो हमारा growth है वो slow हो चुकी है by 0.8% year on year, and we need to take correct measures so that we can perform better in it. We have also seen this particular part, that who are the countries who performed better. We have seen the case of emerging Europe as well as emerging Asia also, sub-Saharan Africa, we are done with it. We have seen the condition of China, United States and the other parts also, like Nigeria. So they have showed a remarkable long-term progress. Okay, they've been improved. If I compare it with, if I compare the position with 2016, so they have shown that in 2016 their rank was 109th, but when I talk about 2025 specifically, so they've been ranked at 61st. Okay, so there is a change, there is a long-term change that they've proved. Okay, now what are the reasons behind it beta? So we have infrastructural development along with the financial commitment also. Okay, strong financial support along with the commitment had led to increase in their rank. Then we have Latvia beta. Then it says that ATI top 10 for the first time, okay, specifically this particular economy. And then we have UAE also, so it has recorded highest improvement in the Middle East. And the reasons behind it beta, one is declining energy intensity, along with that increase in the clean energy share and the targeted subsidy reforms as well. As in when it comes on to subsidy reforms, it means जो वहाँ पे political commitment है वो strong है ना, that is the reason they are able to focus on these many areas. So investment mission outlook, we have already seen this thing that जो $2 trillion है हम achieve कर चुके हैं, but again जो हमारा target है we are not able to achieve it. We have gone with the problems as well as risks also which are associated with it. Okay, we are done with the strategic priorities also beta. Now as a turn of India's rank. Okay, so India has been ranked as 71st beta out of 118 countries. Okay, and that shows that कि जो हमारा improvement है या फिर हमारी जो ranking है वो specifically किस तरीके से जो है वो इस पोजीशन पे पहुंची. व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स बिहाइंड इट? वी हैव टू फैक्टर्स बेटा. सबसे पहले तो वी हैव इंप्रूवमेंट, वी हैव शोन इंप्रूवमेंट इन द एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी, ओके, एज इन लो ऑफ द कॉस्ट बट बेटर इज द रिजल्ट. अलॉन्ग विद दैट, enhancement in the investment capacity also. The government measures are behind it. Now this is a task for you people beta. You people have to mention all of the initiative which have been taken by the government of India specifically to move towards the clean energy. I gave an example of Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. You are required to give the other examples also. Okay, so this is what it is. Now it shows that although India ka jo position it has been declined right from 63rd beta, now we've reached to 71st in 2024. Now this shows that India and China has registered the greatest overall improvement among the large economies, particularly when it comes on to accessibility of energy and strengthening the transition readiness also. So we need to work towards it beta. We need to work towards it, but we are, our rank has been decreased, although it has been decreased, but the performance is getting better. Okay, then we have top 5 countries. We've already told you China is the one at 12th of the position, UAE at 17th, Pakistan is the one with the position of the rank of 101st. Okay, Congo the lowest one, that is 118th. Now we are done with this, the strategic role of the major economies, beta. So okay, again repeating that when it comes on to the major economies, so basically they are contributing 50% of the global GDP. Okay, share is approximately 50% of the global GDP, and it also contributes to half of the world population and total energy supply also, and they are their responsibility for nearly is 2/3 of the global emission as well. So these are the 3 facts which I have told you. Okay, then when I talk about the India's progress, so I have already told you that accessibility is what we have focused on, and the frameworks has been enhanced. Along with that, we have focused towards the investment part also. Along with that, where we need to improve, as in where are the parts where improvement has been specifically seen, but we need to improve more in those particular areas. So we have beta lowering of the energy intensity, along with that reduction in the methane emissions. Along with that, favorable regulatory reforms were there. Along with that, we have increase of the deployment of energy transition infrastructure also. Okay, this is what is there. Now what are the further developments, beta? So we are improving our grid reliability, expanding our energy access in the rural areas also. Okay, we are focusing our best that we less rely on the imported things as in imported energy, and we rather focus towards ourselves. Okay, then we have the other things, as in we are done with this, you can just read by yourself. Now these are the global trends. We've already seen the situation that the rank is 77th out of 118 countries, and the risk which is associated with it, beta, the rising of geopolitical tension, investment gaps है, और जो areas है वो कहीं ना कहीं uneven है. Okay, then we have energy investment and emission outlook also. So when it comes on to 2.2% rise in global energy demand, we said this thing that there is a rise in it, but what are the areas behind it? So we have AI, beta, AI driven energy things, as in the demand of it. Then we have data centers, which we already discussed. Then we have electrification as well as high demand of cooling as well. Okay, this is the structure. We have already seen this thing, beta. Along with that, okay, so this is the end of it. We've seen this thing that the scores are given on these 3 factors, on the basis of 3 factors, and if we want to make ourselves transition ready, so we have to follow these 5 factors which are behind it, beta. We have to ensure that the government of that particular economy is very committed towards achievement of any of the goal. So political commitment is what is needed, beta. Along with that, we also need finance and investment, innovation, infrastructure, as well as education is what is required here. Okay, so I hope each and everything is clear to all of you, beta. If you are asked direct question, if you are asked, then you can mention these many areas. If you are asked a question like a descriptive kind of question, so you can just code this data which we have just read. Alright, so thank you so much for joining the session, beta. If you have any doubt, you can just pin that in the comment section and I'll address it. Okay, and remember to give me the government schemes which have been taken by the government of India specifically to focus towards the transition of energy. Okay, this is what you have to mention in the comment section. Alright, thank you so much for joining the session. Now I'm ending it. Having any doubt, you can just pin that in the comment section and I'll address it. Okay, thank you so much, beta. Thank you.